This story is from the Riverside Girls Dormitory at Riverside State College in Oregon. A new student named Rebecca was arriving today. Mom, please let me stay with you. I'll study hard, I promise, Rebecca pleaded desperately. Please, Dad, please. Shut up, everyone is watching, her father Michael hissed through clenched teeth. You're making a scene. She's being dramatic, trying to ruin our reputation, her mother Karen added coldly. You're not in high school anymore. You're in college now. You need to graduate. Stop this nonsense. But Rebecca refused to keep quiet. Her parents, Karen and Michael Sullivan, were practically dragging her toward room 13, the room assigned to her, while the rest of the dorm residents stared at the spectacle unfolding before them. This girl seems mentally unstable to me, one student whispered. Seriously, but did you notice one thing? They're taking her to room 13. Nobody takes that room, so how did these people get it? Because they're late. All the other rooms are already occupied. Meanwhile, Rebecca's parents shoved her into the room, gave her a stern talking to, and prepared to leave. Now you have to stay here. No excuses will be accepted. Study quietly. We shouldn't get any complaints from the college, Michael said firmly. Rebecca couldn't find the words. Her parents, Karen and Michael Sullivan, were practically dragging her toward room 13, the room assigned to her, while the rest of the dorm residents stared at the spectacle unfolding before them. Wait, please. You can't keep your daughter in room 13. There's something seriously wrong with that room. Shut up, girl, Karen snapped. We're not superstitious, and what choice do we have anyway? All the other rooms are full, and who are you to tell us what to do? I've heard so much about that room. Really terrible things. Karen and Michael exchanged annoyed glances. Then, without saying anything more, they walked away, leaving the concerned student standing there helplessly. Meanwhile, in room 13, Rebecca sat on her bed sobbing, her face buried in her hands. I don't want to stay here. Why doesn't anyone understand me? I don't want to stay here, she cried. Suddenly, someone knocked loudly on the door. 3 hard, aggressive bangs. Who is it? Rebecca called out nervously. Open the door, freshman. Hazing is inevitable on your first night. Come on, dance for us and show us what you got. Please, I'm already very upset. Please just leave me alone, Rebecca begged. The voices outside laughed cruelly. Ha, come on, don't be boring. Rebecca ran deeper into the room and lay trembling on her bed, pulling the covers over herself. The 2 upperclassmen kept banging on her door until late at night, shouting obscenities and threats before finally leaving. It was past midnight. The dormitory had gone quiet. Rebecca's eyes opened, and she started crying again softly. Mom, why doesn't anyone understand me? She whispered into the darkness. Then she heard it, the sound of someone else crying in the room, a woman's voice filled with anguish and rage. Rebecca froze. Who is it? Please go away. The crying sound suddenly increased, almost deafening to Rebecca's ears, echoing off the walls. And then, just as suddenly, it stopped completely. Rebecca lay there trembling, unable to move, somehow managing to fall into a fitful sleep from sheer exhaustion. The next morning, Rebecca was walking slowly through the common area when a friendly-looking girl stopped her. Hey, Rebecca, right? I'm Jessica. I'm in your freshman English class too. Oh, hi, Rebecca said quietly. So, your room. It's room 13, isn't it? Jessica's expression turned serious. What about it? Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but what nonsense. Please, Jessica, I'm already worried enough. I don't need ghost stories right now. Rebecca brushed her off and walked away. But that very night, when Rebecca was sleeping, a voice jolted her awake. This room is mine. Get out of here. Rebecca sat up, her heart pounding. Who is it? Who's there?
There was no one visible in the room. The moonlight streaming through the window showed the space was empty. Suddenly, a shadow emerged from under the bed and started moving up the wall. It crawled rapidly from one corner of the room to the other, defying all laws of physics. Rebecca, terrified beyond words, ran for the door. But the door was locked from the inside, though she hadn't locked it. "Open it! Open the door! Is anyone there? Help! Someone help me!" Rebecca screamed until her voice gave out, then collapsed on the floor and fainted. In the morning, lying on the cold floor, Rebecca woke up disoriented and terrified. She immediately ran outside and called her father. "Dad, please take me away from here. There's something in this room. Those people were right. Dad, please, I'm begging you."
"Stop it," Michael interrupted harshly. "Have you been sent there to study or to play games? I told you before, no excuses will be tolerated. Now, get to class." The phone disconnected. "I was waiting for you. Where were you?" a voice said behind her. Rebecca turned to see Jessica standing there, but something was off. "Nothing. I'm fine. Just, Jessica, I need to leave this room. Otherwise, I'll face something worse than death." "What?" Rebecca asked, confused. Suddenly, Jessica bowed her head in a strange, unnatural way. All her hair fell over her face, obscuring her features completely. "Jessica, are you all right?" Rebecca asked nervously. Just then, Rebecca's phone rang. The screen read, "Jessica calling." Rebecca's blood ran cold. She picked up the phone with shaking hands. Jessica's cheerful voice came through. "Hey, Rebecca, want to grab lunch at the cafeteria?" Rebecca felt sweat drip down her spine. She slowly placed a hand on the shoulder of the figure standing in front of her. She lifted the hair away from the face. The person standing in front of her wasn't Jessica. Please let me go," the grotesque figure whispered in a raspy, burned voice. What are you?" "I want justice. They burned me. Now I want revenge." "Revenge? On whom?" "Those who are seniors then. They're teachers now. They did this to me. And nobody helped me. Nobody. I can't help you. I don't even know what happened. Then get ready for a punishment worse than death." The apparition's eyes turned blood red, and the smell of burning flesh filled the room. "Help! Help! Is anyone outside? Please save me!" Rebecca screamed. The door to the room suddenly slammed shut on its own. The temperature in the room dropped dramatically, and Rebecca could see her breath in the air. "How could I possibly help you? I'm just a freshman. Please let me go." "Hey, crazy girl, open the door! What are you doing in there? You've taken college way too seriously," voices shouted from outside, banging on the door. Then suddenly the door flew open. The entire supernatural storm in the room calmed down in an instant, as if nothing had happened. "Why were you screaming so much? You scared everyone on the floor. If you pull this drama again, we'll make your life hell. Understood?" The angry upperclassmen threatened before storming off. As soon as they left, Rebecca ran out and went straight to Jessica's room. "Jessica, you were right. Everything you said was true, but I need to go home. My parents don't listen to me. They think I'm making excuses." Jessica immediately called Rebecca's mother and explained everything that had happened. "Look, honey, we know Rebecca doesn't want to study. She's always making up stories." "Mrs. Sullivan, I'm not joking. Your daughter is in real danger. Are you even listening to me?" The phone disconnected. Tears welled up in Rebecca's eyes again. Jessica put her arm around her friend. "Stay in my room for a few days. Let me just grab my charger and some stuff from your room, then we'll figure this out together." As Rebecca returned to room 13 to get her phone and charger, she screamed in horror. "What happened? Rebecca!" Jessica called out. As Jessica entered the room, The door slammed shut behind her with a deafening thud. The entire room was plunged into absolute darkness, though it was still afternoon outside. "Let us go! Let us go! We won't come back to this room again! Please!" both girls screamed. But the burned woman suddenly materialized right in front of Jessica. She grabbed her by the throat and in one swift, brutal motion, twisted her neck with a sickening crack. Jessica's body crumpled to the floor. "You wanted revenge on those seniors who hurt you. Why did you kill my friend? She had nothing to do with it." "I'll kill everyone. No one in the entire college helped me when I was burning alive. No one," the entity hissed. Seeing the complete madness in the ghost's eyes, Rebecca backed into a corner and started frantically searching on her phone. "Riverside Girls Dorm, Room 13 History," she typed. Her eyes widened as she read the results. Sarah Mitchell, a mentally unstable student, developed an obsessive infatuation with a senior student, Tyler Brooks. When he rejected her romantic advances, she invited him to her room under false pretenses and set the room on fire, intending for them both to die together. However, Tyler managed to escape with severe burns, while Sarah perished in the flames. The incident occurred 15 years ago in room 13 of Riverside Dormitory. "No one burned you," she said, her voice shaking. "You did it to yourself. It was your fault, not theirs." "No. He could have saved me. He could have loved me, but he didn't. Now everyone will die." The ghost shrieked. Rebecca was out of options. She noticed the window was slightly open and made a desperate decision. She ran and jumped out. The fall was brutal. She felt her bones crack as she hit the ground from the second floor. Darkness filled her vision, and everything went black. When she regained consciousness, she felt as if she was being wheeled on a gurney through bright, fluorescently lit hallways. She caught a glimpse of a sign, "Operating Room 13." Rebecca's eyes closed again from the pain and medication. But when she opened them again, she wasn't in a hospital. She was back in room 13 of the same dormitory. No, how is this possible?" she whispered in horror. Jessica's body still lay on the floor nearby, now decomposing. The smell was overwhelming. Rebecca grabbed her phone and saw that a week had passed since she jumped from the window. "I've been lying here for a week. No, let me out! Let me out! Is anyone there? Someone please open this door!" she screamed. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, but was actually just another day, the door opened. 3 people stood there, 2 upperclassmen named Kaylee and Paige, and the dorm security guard. "What the hell is this mess? Have you completely lost your mind? You killed Jessica!" Kaylee screamed. The security guard grabbed Rebecca. "You're going to jail for this." "No, you don't understand. It wasn't me. It was..." Rebecca suddenly felt a surge of supernatural strength. She threw Kaylee to the ground and started kicking her violently, completely out of control. Paige screamed, "You're insane!" Rebecca, or rather something controlling Rebecca, slammed the door shut with inhuman force. And then the terrifying burned woman appeared again, manifesting fully in the room. "Now it's my turn for revenge," the ghost said with a twisted smile. She first grabbed Paige by the throat, choking the life out of her slowly while Paige's face turned purple. Then she picked up the security guard and threw him against the wall with such force that his neck snapped on impact. Finally, she approached Kaylee, who was trying to crawl away. The ghost dug her charred fingers deep into Kaylee's eye sockets. When all 3 were dead, the ghost turned to Rebecca, who was huddled in the corner, covered in blood, her mind shattered. "You're mine now, Rebecca, but I'll let you live because you have to carry my story forward. You have to tell everyone what happened here." It's said that even today, Rebecca remains in room 13, laughing maniacally to herself, pulling out her own hair, completely insane. The room has been permanently sealed, but students still report hearing 2 voices crying and screaming from behind the locked door late at night. Rebecca's voice, and the voice of Sarah Mitchell, the girl who burned herself alive 15 years ago. The Riverside College administration refuses to acknowledge what happened, claiming Rebecca suffered a psychotic break and is now institutionalized. But those who lived in the dorm that year know the truth. They know that room 13 is cursed, and that Sarah Mitchell's vengeful spirit will never rest.
If these stories sent chills down your spine, don't vanish into the darkness without hitting that like button. Share your scariest experience in the comments below, because your story might be featured next. And remember, the scariest thing is missing out, so subscribe now before the next nightmare finds you.